Today, I'm going to show you a glitch in Warzone that allows you to be invincible to other players, use any weapon in the game, and run around and do everything that you can outside of Juggernaut with Juggernaut equipped. Yes, this is real. You are watching real film from today. I made sure that this glitch is still working for you guys, and it allows you to get unlimited XP and be invincible to other players. It's so easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. But I'm not only going to do that, I'm going to show you how to do it within 10 minutes. You can talk trash to other players, you can use and abuse this glitch to your advantage, and like I said, you can climb ladders, you can do everything that you can't normally do in Juggernaut. It is absolutely awesome and definitely a glitch that you should do right now before season 6 sees this patch. So this should be patched in a couple of days, I imagine, because it is one of those glitches that you can abuse for XP, rank, everything of that nature, and it actually gets you a ton of XP. I actually would highly suggest that you do this glitch, not only because it's very useful and you get XP fast, but it's also extremely fun. It's probably one of the funnest glitches that I've seen in Modern Warfare 3. So let's get right into it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to support me for absolutely free. I've been off for a week on a baby moon with my wife, so thank you guys so much to my existing subscribers. Let's get right into this. I'm going to show you the best way to do it. Obviously, that's how I do it on my channel, so if you're new here and you are not a existing subscriber, make sure you're subscribed. So first of all of your loadout classes, or loadout weapons rather, that you have in Warzone, such as when you go to a buy station, those are all displayed based on what you have set in your classes. Most people know this, but if you don't, I wanted to make sure that you do. So what I want you to do first of all is make sure that you set your favorite weapons and make sure you have everything set up perfectly, because there are a couple of weapons that I would highly suggest for this glitch, but you don't have to use them, and namely the Cat AMR is the #1 gun to use. Let me tell you why. So very simply put, there is a new jack attachment, if you didn't know, that shoots rockets. This is still one shot in Warzone, or at least most of the time it will be one shot. If you direct hit a player, which I will show you in a second, on the firing range, you should be able to get a kill. Now, there is a way that you can actually get unlimited ammo in the game with this glitch as well. If you didn't know, you are limited to a certain amount of ammo in Juggernaut, and there's a way that we can bypass it. So by using this weapon, as well as the glitch that I just showed you a second ago, which I will show you how to do in a minute, you can use this glitch to your advantage and get the maximum amount of XP. It's actually extremely easy, so let's hop right in. So once you have your loadout classes set, no matter what they are, make sure you head into Purgatory. Purgatory is the new sandbox game mode, if you didn't know. However, there are a lot of trolls in this game. So I've noticed on another YouTuber's channel, because like I said, I've been out for a week. Typically I use Reddit and other sources in order to find these glitches and things of that nature so I can make the best video for you guys, but this week I did not have time, and I saw someone suggest that you do contracts, which I thought was kind of stupid. So I'm going to get into why in a second, but first of all, I suggest that you immediately drop in and start looting boxes. Also make sure that you have team fill on. Now, the reason why you shouldn't do contracts is simple. There are a lot of trolls in this game mode, just plain and simple. So for example, one of my contracts, just as like the worst case scenario, it was literally on top of prison. So prison typically is the most busy place in Warzone, and in Purgatory it is no different. So it is very miserable to do contracts in this game mode, and if you didn't know, when you die, you drop money just like in normal Warzone. So it becomes a drag trying to get the required amount of money for this glitch. The amount that you need is 40,000, exactly 42,500 if you want a special weapon. I'll show you how to do it in a second, but don't fret, because like I said at the beginning of the video, if you remembered, 10 minutes. I can do this in 10 minutes or less. It's very, very easy. In fact, you may even be able to do it faster if you have helpful players in your game and you trick them into getting their money. People are typically pretty friendly in this game mode. So anyway, what you want to do is, instead of doing contracts, go head over to the safe zone. Now the safe zones, you can see them by these giant bubbles. They're like iridescent bubbles that are on the map. It's very simple. Find your way over there and make your way into the zone. And what I want you to start doing is just do a cycle of looting. So I call it a cycle of looting because you need to follow the same path that you do each time that you run through the safe zone building. So what you're doing here is you're trying to loot in the most efficient manner possible. This is really the core of it. This is how you get the glitch down in under 10 minutes. What you're doing is essentially running around and looting these boxes. But in Purgatory, they refill extremely quickly, and sometimes they drop extremely rare loot, such as like $4,000 at a time. Remember, you only need 42,500, which seems like a lot, but if you break that up into individual boxes, you really only need 10 4,000 boxes, which obviously most of the time you're not gonna get, but like I said, 10 minutes or less, it does not take long. If every box gave you $4,000, this glitch would be done in 30 seconds. So what you're doing is essentially trying to gain up that money. The other thing that you're gonna need is a deployable buy. Now, if you go to a regular buy station, right, you don't have access to deployable buys. Obviously, that would make no sense. Juggernaut is at the bottom right and it costs 40,000. So essentially what you wanna do is just keep running these cycles of looting, or have your teammates help you out and give you some money to skip over this step until you get over 40,000. So you can see here, I have about 60,000 at this point, as well as I'm just looking for a deployable buy at this point. So I don't have a deployable buy, but you're gonna see I finally get it from a box here over in the corner. Eventually it does drop. So just so you know, it is possible. It may take quite a while, and this is likely the most time-consuming part, is finding the deployable buy. So make sure that you're looking for that as you're gathering your money. It's super, super important and a requirement to this glitch. So hopefully you set up your loadout classes, or your loadout weapons for that matter. Whatever your primary weapon is on your loadouts is what's gonna show up at the buy station. So what you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and purchase a UAV if you have the extra funds. Make sure no players are around, because this part is the most important part and someone could definitely steal it from you. What you're gonna do is essentially go ahead and purchase a Juggernaut with that 40,000 and throw down your deployable buy. One thing to make sure, and this is a pro tip, do not throw the deployable buy into the bubble. I've heard that it does not show up, or rather the Juggernaut. I forgot which one it is. I'm not touching it. I'm not going to do that. So throw it outside of the safe zone, right outside. Make sure no players are around. So once you've done that, you want to call in your Juggernaut and then wait for that to come in. Essentially, we're going to do a little tricky way where you can actually buy a loadout weapon while in Juggernaut, but it doesn't work on the main buy stations for some reason. So what you're going to do here is pretty simple. You're going to equip the Juggernaut and then immediately walk over to the deployable buy. You need to do this quickly and just simply purchase any weapon. It does not matter. Now, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, the rocket sniper rifle is easily the best weapon that you can use, but it has a tiny amount of ammo whenever you first purchase it. So there's a couple of rules to this glitch that you need to make sure that you know of, because you're already in it. This glitch is actually done at this point, but there are a couple of tips that you need to know in order to not waste your time, because if someone kills you while you're in this Juggernaut, you're not invincible yet. You need to make sure that you know how to redo this glitch extremely quickly. So first of all, you're just in a normal Juggernaut suit, and you can see I have armor plates still attached at the bottom left. I'm also able to tactical sprint, which is not something you typically see. Yes, you can tactical sprint technically with the minigun, but it's typically much slower than this. Obviously, my movement is not up to regular speed. You're not anywhere near as fast as a normal player, but you actually regenerate health. Whenever you're in Juggernaut, you don't replenish things like ammo, things of that nature, right? So what you need to essentially do is stick around some type of ammo, location, right? One of those ammo boxes that are all spread out around the map. Now, typically there's one near a safe zone, so that's kind of the big benefit of sticking near the safe zone. Now, when I did this glitch, what I noticed was it's extremely easy to kill other players, and if you start to instigate other people in this lobby, you can get the maximum amount of XP. You're essentially a Juggernaut with normal weapons, which is great because typically that minigun cannot be replenished whatsoever, but since you have your actual normal weapons, you're able to run around the map and use whatever you want and just have a huge advantage over players. And let me tell you, immediately it started triggering some players in this game, because what I learned is this game mode is full of sweaty players who are practicing for regular Warzone. So you absolutely talk trash during the whole game and just abuse this glitch so that people start coming after you, and it's very easy to then go to the safe zone and abuse it to stay alive. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, so here's the basics of it. So essentially, as long as you stick near the safe zone and you're a decent player, you can survive 100% of the time and be invincible the entire game. But what I would suggest is just intimidating players and getting them near the safe zone, because what it allows you to do is use it to your advantage and grab ammo anytime that you need. Because like I said, you can't pick up ammo off the ground, you can't get ammo anywhere else other than these ammo crates. So what I've done is essentially I just troll players, kill them, and then run back to the safe zone like a complete complete coward. It's actually extremely fun and really entertaining because this is a sandbox mode, and if you remember, it's like 2 hours long or something ridiculous. So anytime players would come up to me and talk to me or do whatever, I would pretty much just act normal until I could take advantage of the moment. And as you can see here, I assassinated someone in a Juggernaut suit, which is absolutely insane. So you can do all of the different cool things that you can do outside of the Juggernaut suit while in it, and you can also heal while you're in the safe zone. Just know that you don't have the ability to actually equip more armor plates. Now, I'm not sure if there's a way in the game, such as, you know, kind of like a power-up almost sort of in Purgatory, where you get maximum amount of you know, armor or something like that for your team. That could be one way that you could replenish, but it's really none of your concern. Just know that you can't be assassinated, and it's very hard for players to kill you. But something I learned while making this video, somehow you can get a nuke in Purgatory, so I'm definitely going to be making a video on that, so make sure you check that out. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.